Hello, and welcome to the Brutal Iron Gym podcast, where our goal is to cut through the BS and deliver the brutal truth about topics related to health and happiness. Today's podcast is number 1460. And no, you didn't miss any podcasts. The topic today is titled The Lost Podcast, and I'm actually with my wife, Meredith.
Hey.
Yay! So we thought we'd do this one together. Essentially what happened is back in podcast...
What happened was?
Yeah, what happened was, back in podcast 762...
Not that you remember.
Yeah, not that it's, not been that long. So it's a good thing I fixed it quickly. So yes. But, so I think 2 years ago, I made a podcast that had 4 parts, and not knowing that it would mess up the numbers, yes, I named them like part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, but kept it at 762. So the podcasts have always been like 3 off from it says total podcast number versus what the podcast episode people would listen to.
Right.
So that podcast, if you want to check it out, because it's actually a really good one, was a training podcast titled Training Through Joint and Connective Tissue Injuries. And, of course I would think it's good because I made it. But it actually talks about, like, if somebody has an ankle problem.
Was that kind of like what I went through, basically?
Well, it
wasn't an injury.
It was for a trainer I was working with at the time. So, like, I coach other trainers, and they were asking how they could train a client. In, like, for example, if they have lower back problems, I don't want to just not train the person. Like, if you just do nothing, that doesn't make it better. No. So how do I safely train somebody through a lower back problem where they can still make progress in all other areas and address the back issue?
Yeah.
So that podcast, why there was 4 parts, was because I actually went through and said every single thing I do for all my clients with all these different injuries. So it was exceptionally helpful, and the trainer at that time loved it, and he said he's listened to it 1,000 times over.
So 760?
Yeah, 762.
762. So then everyone that's like OCD was like podcast 763 came out and it still said 762.
Yes, like
and then 764
podcast
came out and it still said 762.
Yes. So yesterday's was 1459.
Yes.
But the episode number was 1455.
That would drive me crazy.
Yes. So for 2 years, people just had to deal with it. But thankfully they have. So I haven't gotten any death threats or anybody get mad at me. Yeah. But we figured we'd go ahead and kind of fix that. Yeah. So that's why today's the Lost Podcast, because there will be 3 podcasts that just seem to disappear. Yes. So we're going to have fun. If you do want to find that old podcast, you can just Google search. Yeah, good luck. Good luck to you. Okay, when we move on. You can Google search Podbean, Podbean, Brutal Iron Gym, and on that website, if you're on a laptop, on the right side of the page, in the middle of the page, there's a search function. You can search, the right side and the middle side. Yeah. And then if you're on a mobile device, just scroll all the way to the bottom, and there's like a search feature. This is why we're going to update our website.
Go through 700.
So, yes. So we've been kicking around the
idea
of updating
We're going to redo the website.
Yeah. And the website will actually have search function and then categories you can choose to find podcasts and all that. Yeah, I actually got confirmation they can do it.
Oh, boom.
Yeah, boom. Yay.
All right.
So eventually it'll be easier to find older podcasts. Okay, so what are we doing today? What in the world is going on here?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to ask Meredith random questions.
Yeah.
Yes, she does not know what the questions are.
Nope.
And then we're just going to kind of have fun with the answers.
We'll see.
Well, we'll have fun. Hopefully you, the listener, will also have fun. Yes. Okay, so questions, the first ones are kind of like easier ones.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Let's see. Right. Okay, question number 1.
Okay.
If you have to do cardio, your favorite cardio machine out of treadmill, step mill, elliptical, or bike?
Stair mill.
Okay, now why?
I don't feel lazy.
It is definitely a not lazy way to do cardio.
You can't, slouch, you'll fall off.
That's
true. You can't
stay in the zone.
Lean, hover over the front of it and kind of... You can't fake it as easy as a...
That's good, yeah.
Treadmill.
It forces you to be more disciplined.
Burns your glutes a lot more.
Yeah, which is actually what I like about it, is you get more out of cardio than just cardio.
Yeah. So it burns your glutes, and you sweat a lot.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, it uses a lot of muscles.
Yeah. And elliptical reminds me of, overdoing cardio in college.
Yeah.
So, I kind of don't want to do the elliptical. Tony. I keep wanting to say Tony Stark. What was his actual name?
Tiger? I don't know.
Tony something.
Tony something.
If you know, you know. If you know, let us know.
Yeah. So I remember that guy.
With a
And
curly
like, lean
ponytail.
Back, yeah, and like show off leaning
Yeah,
back.
that's right.
And then you
like,
see
who's
people on
gonna do
YouTube
that?
like wiping out when they try that. Like a grandma gets on and just totally face plants.
This is what they say to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what were the other choices?
Treadmill, elliptical, or bike?
Bike. No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I told you the story before. I had an ex. Obviously, we're not still together.
Well, I hope not.
But he wouldn't shut up about doing like a triathlon.
Oh, yeah.
And remember I told you the story?
Yeah.
He did like a 40 or 60 mile bike.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't shut up about it. So I went to the gym and I did 60 miles on a bike.
Yeah, which is just stupid.
But
and
I
awesome.
just, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
clearly,
you're a badass, that's why.
Clearly, I was like ready to break up with him because he was driving me that crazy.
Well, I mean, that was a good way to vent your frustration. You know, murder someone or ride 60 miles on a bike. I'm pretty sure I'd commit murder. I don't want to do.
That's just.
I'd be murdering myself by trying to ride 60 miles.
Yeah, but like, so that was the last time I spent way too long on a bike.
Yeah, that would be like the last experience. Like
riding an actual bike terrifies me.
Yeah, that's scary. Yeah. I had a diet one time where I ate ground turkey, and it was every single meal, like 4 to 5 meals a day, and it was for 10 weeks. Yeah. I have never eaten ground turkey since.
Yeah,
because I'm like traumatized by it.
Right. Yeah.
The diet worked, but I don't want to eat ground turkey. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
I understand. Mm-hmm. I can empathize with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that
60 miles on a bike is badass.
That was. Now, I am happy for all of my friends that actually do like Ironman and triathlons.
Yeah.
Very happy.
Yes, that's a badass activity for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I couldn't get past the bike. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, I'd probably have trouble.
Run,
with swim.
sure. Swim.
But
all right, you'd
which
think.
Is the first part? The first part swimming?
I think it's run, bike, swim.
Is it?
Like at least that's the.
Yeah.
I feel like when I see it on bumper stickers when people are also really proud, I think it says run, bike, swim.
Is that right above or below their CrossFit sticker?
They don't do both.
Oh no. That's right.
Yeah, you can't do both.
Yeah. Do you think we'll offend
Pick a
everyone
team.
Today?
I can make jokes because I've done all of it.
That's true.
Ran the marathon.
Yeah.
Did yoga.
Mm-hmm. You've competed in bodybuilding.
Competed in bodybuilding.
Yeah.
CrossFit coach. Competed in CrossFit.
CrossFit out the wazoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swam. I used to swim like a fish.
Yeah.
So like, I appreciate all levels of fitness.
Yes. I was actually a water.
So please don't be
safety
offended.
instructor.
Don't be offended.
I don't think don't be offended. Yeah. If I haven't offended them at this point in the podcast, I think they can.
Just give it time.
Yeah. Okay, question number 2.
Oh God.
Machines or free weights?
Free weights.
Why? By the way, that's going to be the part 2 of like every question.
You have to work harder. Now, I speak in generalities.
Yes.
Because there are some machines where you want to die when you're on them.
Yes, the step mill.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe just because I like free, like I like doing regular squats.
Especially if you came from a CrossFit background.
I like doing cleans, para cleans, squat cleans. I like barbell movements.
Yes.
So, like, you can't find me a machine that has you do a clean in a machine. Like, could you imagine?
I do know those ones, but you are right; they're not very common.
Could you? Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, I guess free weights because you also, I feel like you get more of a whole body because you're stabilizing yourself the whole time.
True. All right.
But at the same time, can you cheat more? Could you cheat more in a machine than a? I guess if you can cheat, you can find a way to cheat doing everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, that's a good point. Like,
yeah, you have joint stuff that machines.
Yeah, like if people, you're right. Like if somebody's gonna cheat on something, would it be nice to find a more strict machine? Sure.
I have my favorite machines, but I think push comes to shove, free weights. Yeah. Free weights and barbells. Like I consider barbell free weights.
I would go with free weights if I had to pick one of the two because it does develop way more muscles. You get way more coordination. You get all the benefits the machine offers, plus all the things it doesn't.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Good question.
Good one. Thank you.
You said these are getting harder?
These are the easy ones so far.
Easy. Okay.
Yeah. So, number 3.
Okay.
If you could only perform one exercise, what would it be?
Exercising my right to...
Choose more exercises.
Yeah. Yeah. If I had a wish.
If you can only use
one exercise?
One exercise, that's it. It's the only one you get.
Squat. Duh. Why did it take me that long?
And why? Like, remember, that's always the second part.
That's right. I should just go into why.
I should just ask it. Yeah.
They're fun.
What?
Squats are fun.
They are actually fun because they're a pretty cool, like, test of yourself.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, it's just, I don't know. Do I need a better reason besides it's fun?
You don't need it. You can have whatever reason
It builds your whole body, squatting.
Yeah, it does.
Maybe, like, not your upper body as much.
Well, you do have to, like, stabilize the bar a lot.
The low bar is
stronger. Yeah, low bar requires a lot of, like, back stability.
Yeah.
Which can stimulate some growth and some strength, especially, like, good thoracic mobility and health. Yeah.
What would you pick? Deadlifts?
It's interesting. I don't know. Like, clean and press uses the most muscles, but I don't clean and press. Because I have Oompa Loompa upper arms, and the bar would, like, hit me in the face.
T-Rex arms.
Yeah, I have very short upper arms.
Yeah, you do.
Which you would think would be good for something, but they're not. They are not good for anything. Zero. Yes. I don't know. I didn't think of any of these questions with me as answering.
Clean and press is a good one.
It would be a good one.
I feel like it would get old, though. Like, how many variations of clean and press can you do versus a squat? Man. I mean, I guess a lot, actually.
But you're right.
Now that I think about it.
You need a lot of variations to keep them interesting, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I like a lot of back exercises, even though I have, like, that old bicep tear.
Yeah.
Like, if you do a, like, heavy set of, like, cable rows, you just feel like a badass. You feel like your back is all blown up and you feel monstrous.
It's true.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd have a hard time picking. Which is why I'm gym
which is why you're making me answer all of them.
Absolutely.
Because you can't.
But remember, these are the easy ones.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to get into the next ones. Number 4, what is your pet peeve at a gym?
And why?
Yeah. Yes, what's your pet peeve when you go to a gym? Not our gym,
do I
of course.
only have to pick one?
Well, no, I mean, you can...
Pet peeve at a gym.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Random men coming up to you and telling you to smile.
Oh.
Or...
I've not had that happen, but I can see
That's
it.
good.
Yeah.
Maybe in Philadelphia that
What
way.
was your order?
So they come up to you and tell you to smile. Or, like, pretend to tell you what you need to do. Like they know more.
You need to, like, extend your pinky a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell are you talking about? Doing squats.
It drives me nuts. I once let a set of trainers, like, have it at a... I don't know if I can say other names of gyms.
We'll just leave, like, Acme Gym. Like,
Acme
I don't
Gym.
usually say the actual names.
Yeah. They just wouldn't ever leave me. Like, but it's not just me. It's, like, everyone. It's everyone. And I once told them, I said, just so you know.
Oh, no.
Yeah, yeah. Like, this is not my first rodeo working out.
Yeah.
But it was like, I have never, because it got to the point where it was annoying. So then I paid attention.
Yeah.
I said, I've never seen any of you go up to a man and ever try and sell service.
That's frustrating.
And it was so frustrating.
Yeah.
Because then you're rude if you don't want to engage with them. Then you become rude.
Yeah, isn't it weird, like, how
Very.
double standard?
Yeah. So I remember saying, like, you don't approach men. And let me tell you, not many men here know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah.
So I was just furious. So that's probably, maybe just because I'm female, that's a huge pet peeve. It's just like, just let me work out. Just leave me alone.
Well, I would understand that. I've not experienced it, but I could definitely understand how that
And
would
this is before our
a
day.
huge turnoff as well. Like, I wouldn't even want to go to that gym. Like,
no.
I'd drive past that gym to go to a different gym.
So annoying.
Yeah.
Other pet peeves in a gym. People singing out loud to their music.
Yeah, that's a little rough.
When, like, they have headphones in.
Yeah.
Like, so not even singing to what's playing, but to themselves.
Yeah. And it's always really high pitched, too.
In their tone deaf glory.
Yeah. It's like, and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah. Or you hear, like, every eighth note.
Yeah, I just turn my volume up till my ears bleed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's a pet peeve.
Yeah, you want to go for a third?
Yeah.
Round it off?
People walking around barefoot.
Yeah, that's kind of...
Or, like, shirtless. I mean, it's CrossFit aside, because there's no rules.
Yeah, as long as your bottoms are covered in
Globo gyms. I haven't said the word Globo gym in, like, 10 years.
Yes.
I think that's... Yeah.
Yeah, like we have a rule. Like we don't even have a written.
Oh, you have like 13 written rules.
Yeah, we have pretty good rules, but
you have
definitely no shirts. Like you have to wear a shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your rules are amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
And Kinko's has a copy.
Yes, Kinko's actually made a second copy of my rules and hung it up.
Do listeners know this fun fact?
I don't think they did. No,
it's amazing.
Yeah. So I'm a smartass in my rules, basically.
What?
So they enjoyed my smartassness and made a poster and saved it in their break room.
They have it in their break room.
Yeah, that was great.
Your Kinko's famous.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, question number 5.
And why? The answer why? Because they're all annoying.
Yes. Something you wish all gyms had, but currently don't.
Damn. That's a really good question. A spa attached.
That would be a good one. That would
like
be nice to have a spa.
Massage.
Mm-hmm.
Steam room. Like steam room.
That
Different than
good.
sauna.
What do you like about a
steam
steam room compared to a sauna?
I don't know. You just like... You sweat so much more and you come out feeling clean rather than like gross.
That would definitely be nice. I would definitely rather feel clean than gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a gym that had a sauna in it, and I did really like it, but there was something about like you can breathe in a steam room. You can't really breathe in a sauna as well.
Yeah, it does take your breath away a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's probably number one of like after a workout you'd probably want to go do that. But I can see a lot of people being like a pool would be great, but I don't really.
Yeah.
Steam room.
Well, just interesting. Yeah. I like
think
that.
a steam room.
Yeah.
What would you do?
Restaurant. I'd eat. Like, I would go get chicken and rice.
Like hibachi attachment?
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, something with steak or chicken, and then
I never
rice,
think of
rice,
food.
or more rice.
I never think of food.
No, you never have to force you to eat.
I know.
But
Yeah.
I think like the
those are good
answer
choices.
would be as like an additional service.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even if somebody could do their laundry for you while you worked out.
Yeah.
Just like something where like while you're working out, something's done for you.
Yeah.
That's always nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is one gym that has all three of these things.
There are gyms that have restaurants. There are gyms that have spas.
And spas.
Do you know one that does your laundry? That'd be amazing.
No, I don't, but that would be awesome.
That would be pretty cool.
If you're listening, do it.
Yeah. But,
yeah, like some like corporate offices, you walk in, you can drop your dry cleaning off and pick it up when you leave. Like that'd be amazing.
Yeah, that would be cool.
The laundry service attached to a gym.
Yeah.
How many people would take advantage of it?
Enough.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, well that's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, number 6.
Did I say why? You always said there'd be a why.
Yeah.
But I mean, it just makes sense. There's really no need to explain why I would want like.
Why would you like to be pampered
spa.
after your workout?
Yeah.
Who would want that? Why would you ever want that?
Who wouldn't?
You crazy person.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's fantastic. So the first 3 questions, when I told you there was always a why,
You lied?
Yeah, I totally lied to you. Apparently, there's not a why after every question.
I'll take it.
Number 6.
Okay.
If you could have
Already
a home
6?
gym and could purchase 3 things for your home gym.
I'd have you tell me what to buy. Is that cheating?
No, that's
You're a
actually,
genie, so I could just just tell me the 3 things I need to get, and I'll have those.
Damn. Good answer. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But now I have to pick,
Yeah,
and
now we're
then
actually
you're going to
playing the
silently judge me.
No, I'm going to tell you that you're absolutely right because it's your gym.
It would be the stair mill or the Bowflex.
Okay, steering wheel or
Max.
Bowflex, yes.
Because sometimes that's all you can do.
Yeah.
Like a multi-purpose machine is the second.
She's smart, ladies and gentlemen.
I try to be.
Yeah. Oh, you are. Okay, so a multi-purpose machine is your single choice. Or
Yeah.
Second choice.
And then like
Well
a
done.
barbell with plates. Because that's like a set, and then that's a third.
I like that. So there's like 3 areas of your gym, like 3 components.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now.
Depending on the mood, you get one of each.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so your multi-purpose machine, like let's say if you go to
The
Mojo.
gigantic rack that has everything on it.
No, you
It's
have to
cheating.
Pick. You have to pick. There's 4 sides.
Okay.
You get 4 things. Like so, these would be machines.
Row.
Okay, cable row. Good choice.
I can't do lat pull down because I don't need to grow my.
Yeah, your lats are freaking awesome already.
Pull. I need a cable.
Like like up and down.
Up and down cable, yeah. That you can
excellent
like
choice.
what we have over here.
Yeah, like we have at home.
And then you like shift it and pegs and
Excellent choice. You got 2 more.
row thing. I don't know.
Maybe something for the legs or glutes?
Yeah, I'm trying. Maybe I'm having a hard time thinking of it because I haven't seen like a multi-purpose thing that I've.
That's true. Yeah, like there are multi-purpose like stations that actually have like hamstring curls and like extensions and things.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then I would probably do some kind of glute kickback or
Good choice.
glute machine on it.
Yeah, that would be cool.
You could use the cable for abs, so that counts.
Yeah.
What body part am I missing?
I think you covered pretty much
back.
all the good ones.
Yeah.
Because you can do your shoulders and like you don't really do a lot of chest, but maybe a chest press.
Meh. I wouldn't use it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I wouldn't use it. Something that lets me squat with like the weight. I forget the name of it.
Okay, yeah,
like
we can just do some kind of like squat machine.
Yeah.
On the fourth one. Okay. That's good choices.
The like, well, I do squats off of it. It's not meant for squats. The shoulder thing.
Oh, our power squat machine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Power squat. Couldn't think of it.
Yeah, okay, yes. Yeah, good choices.
Thank you.
Well done.
Been hanging out with you enough to kind of had a general idea of
you aced it. A++.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now we got...
Even though I cheated.
No, you did a great job. Okay, question number 7, which is also not really a question, but kind of a question. So, you can take longer than 60 seconds, but if you had to give advice to, like, a beginner, like, what would be some advice you'd give to somebody if maybe they're starting out?
A beginner doing anything?
Like, in the gym stuff, like, gym world. If they're going to the gym or trying to eat healthy.
Oh, just
Just
anything. Very broad.
Yeah, what would be some advice you'd give to somebody who's a beginner?
We don't have enough time.
Yeah, I know. I kind of.
We should do a podcast where it's all advice to new people.
We could.
Have you done that? You've probably done that.
I did one like a while ago, like probably 2 years ago.
Right, 761.
Yeah. Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try not to be intimidated, because everyone has been where you are. Don't be intimidated. Or try not to be. Just know that even if someone isn't acting like it, they remember what it was like to start.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Don't
that
be
is
intimidated.
true. Like if you're in a gym, though, like you're wanting to make changes or improvements to your body. Maybe it's your emotional time, mental time, it's your me time. You know, but everybody's there because they're wanting something from their time there, meaning that they're not already done.
Yeah.
So everybody's there to get better in some way or improve. So if you're there to improve, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you're like everybody else.
Yeah, and I would say in coinciding with that to also be patient.
Yeah.
You know,
patience is hard.
people work out for like 3 weeks and like I don't have abs, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
So be really patient because it's a journey.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did help one of my very good friends go to the gym for the very first time at like
what
almost
do you think
50.
were some of the things that he absolutely benefited from? Like he had you
Having me there,
Yes,
because
of
it
course.
was really intimidating.
Yeah.
So he was really intimidated.
Mm-hmm. Information. He already knew what to do. You told him what
Overload.
exercises to
It was
do.
total information overload.
Yeah.
So go in with some kind of like basic plan, which I'd probably point all new people to you to like know what to do. But it's like just start small. Like they don't have to. I mean, if you imagine walking into a gym for the very first time and seeing all of this equipment, besides you and I who were like salivating, it's like going to go play with everything.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh my god, everything looks like it's a medieval torture device,
Yeah.
and you don't know what to do.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, so have some kind of a general plan. Be patient with yourself. Give yourself a little bit of grace. Try not to be intimidated. Everybody was there, and everybody understands and remembers, even if they act like they don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good advice.
Drink water,
Yeah. Yeah.
and always go back before you're not sore.
There you go. Yeah. Try to like move again before you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before you feel comfortable, keep going back.
Those are good.
So you're always getting that like burn. You know.
Yeah. Kind of
Never.
keep the momentum. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Probably the big ones.
one of the pieces of advice I would give, and if you've been listening to my podcast for a while, you'll know my nature is not to like sell my own service. But one of my just outright piece of advice is get help. Like, if you're new
well,
to
that was
it...
what I was, go in with some kind of a plan. Like, get something before you're...
Yeah, like, I would get somebody to help me. Like, I would have them write a plan for me. I would have them check in on me. Accountability. Like, you know, it doesn't have to be a coach. Like, you can just have a friend that you text and, you know, maybe find a, you know, workout online. But I think a lot of people try to go at it alone. And when you don't know much...
It's, like, impossible.
You make so many mistakes and you're uncertain about things. You're confused. And there's so much mental and emotional stress. Whereas if you have somebody just telling you, hey, this is the right stuff. Just focus on this right now. Mm-hmm. And that can soothe so much. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's a big benefit is just... Because it's information overload, like you said, is... Like, a lot of my clients, if they're super into fitness and... Like, a lot of the trainers, they'll send me stuff. They're like, hey, you know, I was listening to this and it said this, but it contradicts this other thing that I heard, and what should I actually do?
Yeah.
You know, and it can be challenging to sift through the information to say, okay, well, this does apply to me, this doesn't. Like, this is true in this situation, but not in this other situation.
I remember going into the gym with, like, my Oxygen magazine in, like, high school. Yeah. So, even just starting with that.
Yeah, I did muscle and fitness and muscular development. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, like, I would get those magazines and just, I'd had a weightlifting set in my parents' basement, and I would just follow the workouts in the book. Mm-hmm. And that was super fun. Like, very exciting to kind of see what it felt like.
Yeah. And I liked Oxygen because it even had, like, photos of, like, how you did, like, each step of the movement, which I thought was genius.
Yeah, very good idea.
So I really liked that. Even if... Because I was just thinking, you know, tangent, where, you know, have someone... Well, maybe you can't afford a coach, or you also don't have friends or family that work out. Maybe you're in the middle of nowhere and you don't know. And so even just, like, I mean... Heck, now, just go online, print something, or look on your phone, or.
Mm-hmm. And then there's like groups on like I don't even know, but like Facebook has like groups you can look like for a fitness group.
Oh yeah.
Like Instagram, there's things you can like fitness motivation, like, you know, and like try to find communities and things.
That's true. That's really true.
So there's a lot more. Like when you and I first started doing it, there wasn't internet.
Yeah.
So like our default kind of thoughts of what we did when we were beginners. Don't involve the internet because there wasn't the internet. Yeah. Okay, so last one, number 8.
Okay.
Is, and this might be just maybe a little overkill because we talked a little bit about it, but was like recommendations for resources or education material. So you mentioned Oxygen was something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I mean.
Yeah.
There's so much.
Yes. And do you have like one or two that you're like, I think this is a really good one and almost anybody could benefit from.
Beside your podcast.
Well, thank you. Like, thank you, so I don't have to mention it.
But really, though, I mean, it's gold on here.
Well, thank you.
Really.
Yes. So I do think the podcast is helpful. Like, you know, especially since I'll answer anyone's questions.
It's knowing whether or not something is credible. So,
That's true.
I mean, your podcast, what else? Resources? I'm a tough one to ask for that.
Well, that's okay. I mean, like Lane Norton, I like his nutrition information on YouTube. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, he has good nutrition stuff because he does a lot of like research-based stuff, but he also works with people all the time, so he knows like, the research might say this, but I don't know if that's necessarily true. Yeah. There's Jeff, I don't know what his last name is. I think it's Nippard. Mm-hmm. But he has good YouTube information. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so those are two good like YouTube ones. Like books, that's a little tough. I'm trying to think. There's like 4 million because I have so many books in my office.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't even know where to start because there's just so much.
Yeah, it's almost like overloaded. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's so much. Because especially depending on, you know, are you giving a new person something? Are you giving a pro? Or are you giving a, you know, nutrition side or fitness side or? Yeah.
And it's also true, like, nutrition books are so hard.
Oh, don't.
They're always trying to sell you something, or they're just completely
I have
wrong.
not ever, let me think about this, because it's a strong word.
Yes.
Aside from one book, I haven't found anything in, like, the nutrition realm that makes sense. Or like, or that's like healthy and safe to follow. Nothing. No. Absolutely nothing.
A lot of them don't teach you.
I've read a ton of them, or looked through a ton of them, or I mean, you know, from like considering everything in my past. God, I've probably tried everything, looked at everything, researched everything. The one book, for those that are curious, Whole 30.
I was just about to say if it was that.
Whole 30.
Whole 30.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I did that for 60 days. So I did a whole 60.
Nice.
In 2015?
Okay.
I want to say 2015.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. And that's something like, that is challenging
but
a
even,
lot of the...
Yeah. I was going to say, even then, like sustainability, it's hard. It's really hard to sustain. Because it's like more strict than paleo.
True. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, the hard part with nutrition books is it very rarely does it start you off with the most basic thing to do and then take you step by step.
There literally isn't anything.
Yeah,
literally
there's no
isn't
education
anything.
that's like I feel like they're biased in what they tell you because they just want you to do what they're doing. Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, man, why can't you just teach people the right things about food? Yeah.
What's funny is that until like right now, really thinking about it, there's nothing.
Yeah. I'll have to get on that. I'm going to have to write a book.
Do it.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
But
you have a master's in nutrition, so like you've definitely read a lot.
Yes, I have read.
You've literally read everything out there.
Research and stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And you have rows in the bookstore just dedicated to diets.
Yeah, which is always crazy. Like one of our date nights is going to like a bookstore.
Yeah. And
we like to look at books that I then buy on Audible. So, but we like looking at books, and it is crazy. Like when you look at the nutrition section, there's an infinite amount of books, but
love books.
Not many of them where you could just be like, I would recommend this to my, my mom or my
I am
dad or my brother
honestly stuck and don't know what to recommend.
Yeah.
That's sad.
It's interesting. And that's because, like...
Am I, like, forgetting a book?
No, I can't. Like, I've read everything in the sun, and I can't think of one. Because there are so many books I've read that have parts that are good.
There's books on, like, like Kelly Starrett that I'd recommend for, like, stretching. And other books, like, exercise-type related stuff, but nothing about nutrition.
Yeah, there's a lot of, like... Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of training books that are very good. Like, Boris Shako has a good
Boris Shako.
book. Yeah, his powerful book is very fantastic. Good. Stuart McGill wrote a lot of back health books, like Back Mechanic, which is really good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like good training-based, like therapy-based books. Yeah.
But nutrition?
Not much. No.
Everything that disguises itself as a nutrition book is a diet book.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like diet in terms of
Yeah.
restriction, not diet in terms of the variety of food you eat.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah. Good questions.
Well, thank you.
Do you have a ninth one?
No.
A hidden question for a hidden podcast?
No, I only planned
eight.
Like, you're really cool, and that would have been a fun idea. But I didn't do that. Oh, no.
Think of one.
Oh, gosh. This is tough. I'm blanking.
That's okay. You're going to do it.
Yeah.
You're going to do it.
Okay.
Those are good questions, though.
Well, thank you. I thought that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this will be officially the Lost Podcasts.
Yeah. Us
just rambling.
If you could be a piece of equipment, what would you be?
Ooh. Definitely nothing that people would sit on. I don't want sweaty people sitting on me. Yeah. So,
assume no one has to sit on you.
Okay, let's see. Maybe 100-pound plate. Because it's like a badass, manly piece of equipment, but nobody uses it because it's a pain in the butt to move around.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be bothered.
Yeah.
I like that. That's pretty good. I'll go with a 100-pound plate. So
You're
no
amazing.
one can sit on me. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one would use me much, so I just get to chill.
Collect dust.
Job. Yeah. Like, I'm very impressive. I look impressive, but I don't have to do much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like a lot
what
of people. What
piece of equipment would you be? That's a great question, by the way. Thank you for saving me.
You're welcome. What piece of equipment would I be?
Yeah.
That is a really hard question.
Oh no, I did pretty well with it.
I don't know. A kettlebell.
There you go.
It's like short and compact, but powerful. Just like me.
I like that. Yes. Yeah.
I went literal. You went
Maybe literal.
Maybe.
Kind of big and useless. Yes.
A lot more than 100 pounds, though.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. I love you.
I love you,
You're
too.
fun. Okay. Well, that's enough.
Yeah.
So
thanks for sticking around
yes.
if you've listened the whole time.
Yes, thank you very much. So hopefully that was a lot of fun. But if you do like the podcast, something I would ask is that you can think about sharing the podcast. The more people you share it with, the more people the podcast has a chance to help, which is the main goal. You can share it on social media, that reaches the most amount of people, but even just a conversation with a friend helps a lot. So thank you to those who do that. Thank you to the patrons of the podcast, people who financially support the podcast. The podcast is well over $1,000 a year for hosting costs. I give an hour to it every day, and we want to keep it for free. So I do appreciate the donations. You can give a donation at our website, which is www.brutalirongym.com. There's an option there for a one-time donation, monthly donation, yearly donation. Even just $5 a month goes a long way, so thank you to those who do that. Also, if you like the information we share in our podcast, you can find more from us on our social media channels on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube under the name Brutal Iron Gym. If you have any questions, feedback, suggestions, anything that you want to know, let us know at our email at brutalirongym@gmail.com. Okay, well, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Yes. And then, as always, I hope this was helpful, and thank you for listening.